Hi, this is Stephanie Miller from The Stephanie Miller Show. Please enjoy this exclusive clip from my show on Political Voices Network.
Yo tengo muchos ratones en mi garaje. I have many rats in my garage.
Oh, no.
Yes, and I wore my big bag of rats, Republican T-shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh no, I've been through the rat apocalypse here. I told you about it. Anyway, hi.
McCarthy, why don't you just sign the deal? Sign it.
Oh,
Go ahead. Don't be
Dark
afraid
Brandon?
of those Republicans.
Well,
He got him. Dark Brandon got him.
yeah, Dark Brandon did it again. Okay. By the way, we were speaking of the whole what do we want to call it? Wokeness crusade something. A Memorial Day mass shooting 20 miles north of Miami left 9 people, including children as young as 1, wounded. Ron DeSantis hadn't said a word about it publicly, right? He was at an event in Iowa. Gee, I wonder what that's about. Had not posted a statement on his government website. He didn't even speak to reporters about it. The governor's official press secretary did take the time to attack Gavin Newsom, who noted on social media that DeSantis recently signed a permitless carry bill into law, which will further expand the number of guns on the street. One social media user said 9 people were shot in Hollywood, Florida. It sure as hell wasn't by drag queens. Ron DeSantis has lodged change so he could stay governor and run for POTUS. Meanwhile, he ignores what's happening in Florida. He hasn't said one word about this mass shooting. A 1-year-old got shot in his state this weekend.
But Stephanie, in his defense, his poor wife cannot get on the cover of a magazine. Now, that's a heavy-headed person you're talking about.
Yeah.
Come on now.
Yeah, that's a sad...
You got to forgive Ron for his God-fearing wife not being able to pose sans the proper clothing on a magazine. See? There's a lot going into that.
Just this story just sums up everything that's wrong with not just DeSantis, but this Republican Party. An exodus of LGBTQ people has started in Florida as they flee the state over Ron DeSantis' hard right persecution policies. One Pride organizer said new laws are forcing some Pride organizations around the state to cancel their month-long celebration, which usually start tomorrow in June.
Yep. And pretty soon the neighborhoods are going to look like The Last of Us.
Yeah. Particularly in light of new legislation DeSantis signed making businesses that host drag shows liable if children are present. I mean, it's...
Wait.
Yeah.
Was it the drag show that came to California and beat up all the Marines? Beat up 3 Marines?
Right,
Was that
sure.
a drag show?
What? No, it was
I thought they came from Florida on a drag bus specifically to beat up Marines in California because they were mad at Governor Newsom.
Right.
I'm
You're
reading the wrong
confused.
news.
Yeah. Here's an opportunity for you to sport the sports and talk about homophobia. Blue Jays pitcher, that is baseball for those of you that support the sport. A pitcher.
Toronto
Blue Jays.
Canadian baseball.
Yep.
Oh, okay. He apologizes over his transphobic boycott post. American baseball player Anthony Bass, who plays for the Toronto Blue Jays, has apologized after pushback for social media posts supporting boycotts against Target and Bud Light because of their recent LGBTQ partnerships.
They don't have Target in Canada.
Okay. I mean,
yeah, Toronto.
Yeah.
Hey, eat some poutine and get over it.
He said, I recognized yesterday I made a post that was hurtful to the Pride community, which includes friends of mine. Oh, he has friends. And a close family members of mine. I'm truly sorry for that. He added he would seek to better educate himself to make better decisions going forward with the help of Blue Jays resources. I mean, we were just saying, almost every company has celebrated Pride like forever. You know, somebody tweeted like all the logos of all the companies and their Pride logos.
Even Chick-fil-A.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a great doctor on Dr. Eric on TikTok who was just pointing out the T-shirts and the onesies that are made for babies, like this boobies for me, you know, sexualizing babies, and all these kinds of things are okay. But if you have a rainbow, they're targeting kids. Kids aren't the ones shopping. If they are, it's because of bright colors. It's the same reason they pick out Lucky Charms and Fruit Loops. It's because the box is bright.
Yeah.
They're not doing it. It's not, I want to be gay, Mommy. Okay. They like the color of the clothes, and the kids don't shop. The parents shop for the kids. Let parents make decisions for their own children. It's none of your business. I don't get it.
I feel like,
what are you doing?
Like rainbows are one of the most beautiful miracles in nature, and I just love that, I don't know, this month people are going to be, MAGAs are going to be like, oh, the sky is
double
woke.
rainbow, double gay. It's a double gay rainbow.
Yes. Numerous, as you mentioned, numerous right-wing political observers went after Chick-fil-A after the chicken sandwich chain announced its renewed commitment to publicly embracing diversity, equity, and inclusion in the workplace. Eek! So much wokeness.
God forbid.
Chick-fil-A put out
I've
a
been begging
statement.
somebody to make this shirt. Chicks feel gay. Come on.
They put out a statement to speak about its company mission to care for customers and employees alike, a purpose they summarize as better at together. That doesn't seem grammatically correct, but still, listen,
Inclusivity. I won't have it.
I know it's all over Twitter. Is this just checking off a corporate box, or do they believe in this Marxist nonsense? Disappointing. Et tu, Chick-fil-A, wrote Jeff. It's only a matter of time until they start putting tranny semen in the frosted lemonade.
What?
At this point, Joey tweets.
What?
Tranny semen.
You got to pay extra for that.
Well,
Hey, whatever make it taste good. That's all I say.
That's an actual tweet
Yes.
by an actual.
I mean, I'd believe it if
MAGA.
it was in the carrot raisin salad that they have.
Oh, sure. Yeah,
Yeah.
that makes
but
sense. Yeah.
but the lemonade?
No. That's right.
That's
Marxist.
a bridge too far.
Right?
Oh, man.
A frozen semen bridge too far. Oh. Okay.
It's delicious.
What? I don't.
It's got red dot number 5 and tranny semen, but it tastes
All right.
good
Oh, stop
like
it.
a hot
Stop.
dog.
We are not repeating
let's
what the
stop
MAGA guy
repeating that.
said. That's not.
Come on now.
Okay. All right. Let's reset. Let's hit reset.
All right.
Okay. So we don't know what's going to happen today, right? With the debt ceiling vote, anything could happen with these terrorists. But Chuck Schumer talking about what will happen in the Senate.
3 days ago, President Biden and Speaker McCarthy announced a bipartisan budget agreement that will protect the U.S. economy while eliminating the threat of a catastrophic default. I support the bipartisan agreement that President Biden has produced with Speaker McCarthy. Avoiding default is an absolute imperative.
Okay. So Hakeem Jeffries is on what he's expecting today.
It's our expectation that House Republicans will keep their promise and deliver at least 150 votes as it relates to an agreement that they themselves negotiated with the White House.
So is that a no? Is that a no?
So what message does
No. House Democrats will make sure that the country does not default.
Let's hope so. Chuck Schumer also on default.
The damage that default would inflict on our country, our economy, our families, would be enormous and take years from which to recover. Of course, nobody is getting everything they want. There's give on both sides. But this agreement is the responsible, prudent, and very necessary way forward.
Yes.
Elizabeth Warren said yesterday that this deal is unacceptable.
Oh, geez.
So
Geez.
yeah.
Shay in Chicago. You're on with Carlos. Hello, Shay.
Hi, I love you guys.
Thank you.
I have a funny story because you were talking about the colors. I love rainbows and I have forever. About 20 years ago, I put out a rainbow swirly wind catcher. And my 5-year-old and my 8-year-old said, they're going to think we're gay. And I said, good. What does it matter?
Right.
And so I didn't take it down. And then my kids learned to appreciate everyone. And I have to say, when the White House lit up in rainbow colors and they passed gay marriage, I ran upstairs and woke my kids up at like 7:30 in the morning, which is early for them.
Yeah.
And I screamed, it's legal, it's legal. I was screaming
Yep.
and jumping up and down. And they looked at me and they're like, what? Let me sleep. And I'm like, no, you're not.
You are not sleeping. Yeah, no, Shay, I was in, I just got done a bike trip with my sisters. And so I was in Washington at the end of that. And I saw that. I mean, you're right. It's just a visual, but it was just amazing. The White House, lit up, the Supreme Court lit up, and the rainbow was amazing. Amazing moment, right? Oh, did I hang up on her by accident?
I think she hung up.
Oh, she was done with me. I guess she'll take her answer off air. Anyway, no, I was laughing about the just rainbows appearing. We have that to look forward to, Carlos. The Republicans will boycott water, air, and sunlight, which create rainbows.
Yeah. They're like the hurricanes that come. And hey, as long as the hurricanes come without rainbows, we're good with that. Now, come on.
Because then you got alligators stand up on their hind legs chewing up baby children.
Yeah.
All
Baby
because
children,
gays
that's right.
want
And
to-
bowler hats. Yeah.